Here we go.
Let's make it a good day. We do it our own way. Let's make it a good day. Oh, no matter what they say.
Seattle, Tacoma, Rochester, Duluth, Minneapolis, St. Paul, and all of you at home. Hi, everybody. It's our last studio show before the State Fair. Welcome to the Jason Show. Have a seat, everybody. Have a seat. Oh, they already are. Welcome to the show. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Welcome to the Jason Show. I'm Jace. Please keep that love going. Say hello to my good friend. It's Kendall Mark, everyone.
Hi.
How you doing?
I am doing swell. Jason, I'm looking at the audience. I think this is the first time ever we have more men than women in our audience.
Yeah, I will tell you. Yes. Yeah, for the first time in, September will be we're going into season 8. For the first time in 7 full seasons. This has never happened before. We have more dudes than women in the audience today. So that's fantastic. Yeah. Tepid applause for that announcement. So there we go. It's gonna be one of those days, isn't it? How you doing though?
I'm doing very, very well. I'm excited for the fair.
Tomorrow is the State Fair. We'll talk more about that in a little bit. But so this is it's a fun day because it's our last day in this studio for about 2 weeks. When we come back to the studio, it'll be the new season. We have some tricks up our sleeve. You'll see what we mean on the season premiere. Right, Kendall?
Correct.
That's right. Things may look a little different. But also, it's a big day. It's a Dudapalooza. And we also have a JVIP in the audience. Say hi to Gene, everybody. It's Gene, where are you from?
Elysian, Minnesota.
Oh, where is Gene? Where is that?
20 miles east of Mankato.
Oh, okay, perfect. Well, I appreciate you. I appreciate people only drive 2 miles, but you drove a long way. Thank you for coming down. And good news, Gene. You know, this JVIP thing, one of the sponsors is Becker Furniture World. And I always laugh because they put that shelf right there behind you. So good news, you get to take that shelf home with you today, Gene. That's right, yes. If you can't fit it in your car, we'll ship it to you. Anyway, we're going to have fun with Gene a little bit later. So you ever have one of those days where, you know, little things happen to you, and if you just have that one little thing, it's not a big deal.
Right.
But collectively, like little things, like a snowball, it just starts, this little thing happened, and then this little thing happened, and then this little thing happened, and then before you know it, you have like a horrible, 12 hours.
Yeah.
So let me tell you this little relatable. So I had a rental car. My car's in the shop, okay? And the poor 20-something-year-old receptionist, she was, we have one loaner left. And they try to give you a loaner that matches the size of the car you're taking in.
Makes sense.
I have like a crossover because I'm a big guy. I'm like 6'2". So she goes, I'm very sorry. We only have one car left. And she points over to it, and it's like this big. And it's very short. It's very short. And again, I'm 6'2". So I walk over, and look, and I'm grateful that I had a loaner to begin with. And it's a little sporty thing. I'm not big on cars, but I was like, oh, this will be fun for 1 or 2 days. My 48-year-oldness appeared because I opened the door, and I felt like a lumbering gorilla I got into the car, and I just fell, and I felt like I was falling into a well, and I just fall into the car, and I'm like, oh God, and I felt every bone in my body, and I just started laughing. I'm like, oh, I am approaching 50. This is what it feels like. So I go to an event at the State Fair. I get done. I have dinner. The dinner goes at the very end a little haywire, okay? And then I'll just leave it at that.
A little
little Harry Carey. I don't need any more trouble. I'm not going to say what it was, but it went a little Harry Carey. I'm not in a good mood. I'm done. And when you know me, when I'm done, I am done.
Stay away!
I am done. So I was done. So, and Colin knows this very well. So I finished, I got up, I walked out, and I'm walking to my car, okay? Now I'm gonna pause here and tell you, and maybe you laughed along with us. I'm 48 now. I've never owned a pair of sunglasses in my life.
This is true.
I've never owned, I've never worn, I just never. For my birthday, less than 2 months ago,
Uh-oh.
I had a few cocktails. I know that shocks everyone. And I was in Vegas. I was in Vegas and we went to a fancy store. And Colin said, treat yourself. Treat yourself. Buy yourself your first pair and make them expensive.
Ooh.
Okay? Now, he said, we're gay, we don't have any kids. You know, we don't have to pay for daycare. Spend the money. So I bought, and I'm only saying the brand because I don't like when people brag about stuff like that. I wasn't raised like that. You don't talk about money, you know, but I'm just telling you for the sake of the story. I bought some Louis Vuitton, okay?
Ooh.
I know. I don't even like saying it because I don't like that. Yeah.
What happened?
I'm mad. I'm walking out of the dinner.
Oh no.
Steam is like coming out of my ears. I opened the car door to the very low rental car. And as I opened the door, my glasses fell onto my seat. And because it's...
Oh no, you couldn't stop it!
And because I'm a big, lumbering gay gorilla, and I was mad, I forcefully got into the car.
The gravity! No!
And destroyed my new glasses.
Can't get those back. Burp.
So I'm going to the store today, and I'm gonna try crying. I'm gonna just weep.
It works.
I'm going to the little Louis Vuitton store after. I'm gonna try compassion. I'm gonna just start crying and see if they take pity on me.
Yeah.
I'll just be like, they're not going to, but I'm just gonna try. It's time for the hot dish, everybody. Rolling. Here we go. I know. I was gonna wear them at the fair. Anyway, thank you, everybody. One day after HBO debuted the Game of Thrones sequel, Amazon has dropped the trailer for its Lord of the Rings series. I think they're competing who has the bigger show. It actually is a good trailer. Look at this.
Still you're mine.
I am not the hero you seek.
Oceans below.
Whatever it was you did, be free of it.
One day this will be your kingdom.
Raise your sail and then let go.
Choose not the path of fear, but that of faith.
One thing we can do, better than any creature in all Middle-earth, we stay true to each other with our hearts even bigger than our feet.
Drops on Amazon next Friday. It takes place before the events of the Lord of the Rings movie. Kendall, movies and books. Kendall's a huge Lord of the Ring fan.
Yes.
I'm going to turn it over to you for the first opinion. How are you liking this? What you see?
I love it. I think people who also are just sort of into the whole, let's try this sort of new fantasy series with all these shows coming out. This one I think looks really good, even if you know nothing about Lord of the Rings, because Galadriel, that's the woman. She's an elf. She's a queen. She's really cool. She's a really big, like, bad A woman that's strong and powerful, and you don't always see that in these shows. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited for the worlds that they're going to explore into that, like, nobody knows about. And there's no hobbits. I'm really sorry, people.
The audience and we just saw someone that looked, they had big feet.
They're
furry.
I know, they're the ancestors of the hobbits. If you read the Silmarillion, you'll understand what I mean, but I don't suggest it because it's, like, kind of boring.
What are they called? The Cobbits? What do you mean with the ancestors?
I don't know. They're like, the apes and the people, and like, it's just like the ancestors. Long ago, you just change.
Next in the dish. Come back.
Darwin.
Come back to the TV.
Darwinism.
Next on the dish, come back to the TV, y'all. Y'all got to see this. Nicole Kidman has obviously been hitting the gym a little bit. She has a new magazine cover to prove it. Look at this. Whoa. Yeah. On the cover of the British publication Perfect, and she is the Oscar winner. She's 55. That's what this is what 50 looks like, and that's what 55 looks back. I break my sunglasses, she poses like that. She showed off how ripped she is, and it's unclear if she did this for a role or just to be healthy. I don't care why she did it. She looks amazing.
She does. She's always been now thin, but very strong. Like you look in Moulin Rouge days, she wears some of those dresses and you're like, hey girl, go to the gun show.
That is, she looks phenomenal. Look, I'm not a fair weather Nicole Kidman fan. There are people, it was in fashion for a while to bust on her. I love her and I always have. And that, oof, again, that's 55 people.
But can we talk about that haircut?
The haircut?
Did you see the haircut?
I like it. It's fine.
Half of it's up here and the other half's down to her butt. What do you mean you like it?
I don't care. It's Nicole Kidman. She can do whatever she wants. Yeah. That's right. Look, I've learned when you have hair that looks like a Fisher-Price toy, you can't complain about anybody else's hair. We'll be okay. You shouldn't agree with that so much, audience. Anyway, I'm really tender today. I'm very. Oh, it's the second row. She was here yesterday. We're gonna take a break. We'll be back right after this, everybody. Stay with us.
Still to come, disgusting internet trolls are coming for the children of the Real Housewives. And our fave housewife, Garcelle, is having none of it. Then, for the rest of the hour, it's another Jason Show staff extravaganza. And you're invited. And the theme today? Streaming. Our crew is sharing with you the shows you should absolutely be streaming this weekend. That for the rest of the hour when we come back.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. I want to mention before, don't click away, but I said I would tell them later about the State Fair. Another reminder, you do not need a reservation. You do not need a separate ticket to come to see us at the State Fair. We're going to have, we have an audience again, unlike last year when Mim put me in a cage. We have bleachers. It happened. Anyway, so come down and see us. We're live weekdays at 10 a.m. at the Fox 9 booth.
Come early.
Well, look, what?
Come early.
Come early, yeah, because we do fill up kind of quickly. Lamorne Morris, who rose to fame on the show New Girl, hosted Jimmy Kimmel last night. If you don't know his name, the minute you see him, you'll recognize him. He talked about his goals for getting more diversity into space, and that is our Late Night Rewind.
Hello. I'm television sensation and real-life Blackman, Lamorne Morris. I know you're excited, so please, wipe yourselves off. Now, like you, I've been following the stories of billionaires launching themselves into space for no good reason, and I couldn't help but notice all these men have one thing in common. They're all white as hell. So, today I'd like to speak to the rocket-obsessed rich dudes out there. Bezos, Musk, Branson, Jimmy Buffett, I'm assuming. It's 2022. Let's diversify the cosmos, add some melanin to the Milky Way. It's time to blast some brothers into space. And I'm just the man to do it with my new company, Malcolm SpaceX. We didn't land on the moon. The moon landed on us. With just a few of your many $1 billion, you could fund this first of its kind space program designed to bring black folks to the great unknown. And I've already got the crew picked out for our first mission. Well, there's me, and Dr. Dre, Jay-Z, of course, Beyonce, you gotta have Diddy, and one white guy named Bradley in case we get pulled over by the Space Force. Any Bradley will do. Bradley Cooper. Bradley Cooper's fine.
Bring Bradley with, just in case.
Any Bradley.
He did a really good job. You know, I said this before, Jimmy Kimmel takes these summer breaks now. And the good thing is we get to see all of this new talent hosting these shows. And there are some really good hosts. It's hard. just because you're a good actor doesn't mean that translates into being a good late night host. There's been some great ones.
It's almost like not an audition, but almost, because
Almost.
if they do really well, someone's going to see it.
Absolutely. Okay, so let me tell you what happened during the break. So Gene is our JVIP, and we're getting ready to talk about streaming shows. So I said, hey, the executive producer, Jeff, said we should ask Gene what she streams. And I said, well, let's give her a heads up so she can formulate an answer, which I rarely do because I just like live television moments. So we asked Schwaberini, the Aaron Schwaberini, to go over there and ask Gene. So Gene had a few minutes to formulate an answer. Well, we didn't need a few minutes because Gene, what did you tell Aaron Schwab?
I have no password.
She doesn't stream anything. So Gene, guess what? Gene, I got good news for you because you're a JVIP and you have an awesome tan.
Thanks.
In this card, all of my passwords.
Stop
That's
it.
right. HBO Max, we're talking Netflix, we're talking Amazon, we're talking Paramount Plus. That's right.
What deal with the devil did you
Sorry,
make to get
Kendall.
that card?
Yeah. Gene, Kendall's been trying to get just my HBO Max password for 2 years, so that's right.
She should have signed up for JVP.
Exactly. See? Are you kidding me, Gene? She doesn't even like our show page.
No, that was you.
Oh, that was me. That's right. I'm loving Gene.
No.
Can we just keep Gene around? Can Gene just live there? Like right there?
Okay.
Put in that chair and do like she has a bookcase. She can do some reading.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll
We'll
be
get
back
that-
to 6. I'll take this spot.
Oh yeah, that's perfect.
Okay.
I love it. More late night for you. James Corden revealed he was hacked over the summer and they took control of his Twitter account. Look at this.
My Twitter got hacked over the summer. It got hacked.
I bought all those sunglasses. That wasn't you?
That was not me.
No.
My Twitter got hacked. I got this message from like someone who works at Twitter saying there's been sensitive information on your account. I hadn't posted in like, I think a year. So I was like, oh, okay, I should probably look at that. And they were like, and I sent back, is this legit? And they were like, yeah. Just got to fill out this form. So I go and I Google to check that it's legit. And it's like, oh, no, the form, that is what happens. That's the form. That's what it looks like. So I go, sure, put my information in and then bang, gone. And then I got a WhatsApp message from somebody that said, you can buy, I've frozen your Twitter, you can buy your account back for $1,000. And I just put, bro, you can keep it.
Scary.
So weird.
Yeah.
I don't like people. Why
No.
do they do that?
I'm not liking, I like these people. That's
Yes.
who I like today. I'm liking these people.
Hackers.
And then about 7 more people, and that's it. That's all I. 11 more people, and that's it.
Oh, 12 if you count Ted.
Oh, I forgot Ted. 12 people. That's
Yep.
right.
Okay, good.
Okay, this story is, this just angers me, and it's going to anger you even if you don't watch the show I'm talking about. Here we go. Next on the dish. A Real Housewives of Beverly Hills fight that's spilling over into social media, and it's causing the trolls to do, I call them monsters, actually, the internet monsters. Here's the backstory. A few weeks ago on the show, housewife Garcelle, we love Garcelle, got upset when another housewife, Erica Jane, the one right there, that's Garcelle and her son. Erica yelled at one of Garcelle's teenage sons. Erica got drunk at Garcelle's party and was caught on tape swearing at Garcelle's teenage son, Jax. Well, since then, fans of Erica, fans of Lisa Rinna, fans of the new woman on the show, Diana, have been cyber-bullying the teenager, sticking up for Erica. Yesterday, Mama Bear came out. Garcelle has had enough, and I don't blame her. Sharing a post on Instagram saying she has been in tears all night. She asked people to leave her kids alone. Lisa Rinna, I have to credit where credit's due, also called for an end to the bullying as well. I have said 1,000 times on this show that I do not like the misuse and the overuse of the word bullying, because bullying, one of the definition is you're punching down. When you You internet trolls out there, you monsters, you're so courageous behind your keyboard in your basement. But when you're going after a 14-year-old because of a dumb show, you're a cowardly, oh, I want to cuss so bad. You're pawn scum. You're just the lowest form of humanity. You really are. You're just disgusting. Get a life. Get a life. If your life consists of exerting energy to attack a 14-year-old, you need to get a hobby. You need to do something else. And Garcelle, I'm so sorry this has happened to you. And as they all said, it's just a show. I enjoy the show too, but don't take it so serious. It's a stupid show about rich women. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Let's be honest about it. It's a stupid show that I enjoy about rich women. You don't take it that seriously. And you leave the kids out of it. You leave the kids out of it, you morons. You hateful loser morons is what you are. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And mark my word, Jax is gonna grow up and he's gonna be your boss. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, he's gonna grow up and he's gonna fire you. Anyway, let's move on. I gotta calm down. It's like I sat on my glasses all
Give
over
him some
again.
cold
Anyway,
water.
yeah. You've heard me say I want to be in the room when a show is pitched, because sometimes I do. I want to be in some of these meetings. Well, now we can. Hulu just dropped the trailer for a show called Reboot, which, get ready, Aaron, get ready to follow this. It's a show about a show being rebooted. Look.
Huh?
We're definitely on the lookout for breakthrough shows. So, what do you got?
I want to reboot the old sitcom Step Right Up.
Step right
Step right. Are you serious?
And I want to do it with the original cast.
According to Wikipedia, Clay Barber, drug charge and disorderly conduct. Bray Marie Jensen did a low-budget sci-fi cable show.
Captain, I'll repair them as soon as I nourish my larva.
And Reed Sterling left to pursue a film career.
I'm the ruthless standing here with a 38 snub nose. You know what? I was thinking, what if I infused it with a layer of weariness and vulnerability?
Maybe don't think.
It's just not what they taught us at the Yale School of Drama.
Okay, we're done.
Didn't watch that until right now with all of you. Had my doubts. Mm-hmm. That actually looks really good. Mm-hmm. That's a fun concept. Reboot. You saw Johnny Knoxville, love him. Keegan-Michael Key, love him. And Judy Greer, love her. Oh yeah, I'm in. Hulu next month.
It sounds like it wouldn't work, but it'll work. Mm-hmm.
What, Judy?
It sounds like it wouldn't work, but
it sounds like it wouldn't work.
Yeah, but when you watch it, you're like, oh no, that could work. Yeah.
Well, and all those people.
Yeah.
Keegan and Johnny Knoxville wouldn't sign. You know what I mean? They're gonna.
Right.
It's gonna be. Judy's fantastic. Mm-hmm. I'm in. Yeah, I love her. Next in the dish, another A-lister is joining the cast of another Hulu show. We're talking Only Murders in the Building. Paul Rudd, this was just announced, will join Steve Martin, Martin Short, and Selena. Why am I on this show, Gomez? Paul made a cameo in the. I'm being serious. I'm just saying. Paul made a cameo in the finale of season 2 as Broadway star Ben Glenroy. The show follows if you don't know, it's about 3 unlikely friends who bond over their love of true crime. I liked season 1. I got through half of it, but then it just kind of lost me, and I haven't gone back. I need to go back to it, I think.
Paul Rudd's hilarious, though. If somebody's gonna make people want to watch.
Paul Rudd is great. He's one of my favorites. And I think he went into the forest one day and he found a little witch, and he made a deal with that witch to age backwards because he has, or not age at all. He hasn't aged since Clueless.
Right?
He hasn't, yeah.
No wrinkles. No wrinkles.
Yeah. Meanwhile, all of us mere mortals have to, get Botox. You know what I mean?
Or fall in the car.
The audience is like, let me look at him close. Is there Botox in there? Yeah, right here. That's right. Okay, you asked for it. We're doing it again. This started during the pandemic, and it actually became popular. It is a Jason Show staff extravaganza. Today, Ted, Kendall, Jeff, and me we're all giving you suggestions of the shows we are loving and we think you will love. And we're going to go to Jean. Oh, wait, she doesn't stream. That's right, yes. We'll be right back. Back in a moment, everybody. It's one of the really is one of the top questions I hear from you guys on social media or when I'm at Target in the checkout lane. Hey, Jace, any good shows you're watching? Well, with so many options out there, we're helping you find something to watch. It's time for a Jason Show staff best thing ever extravaganza. That's right. It's our version of Oprah's favorite things, and today I'm getting some help from my friends. It's the Jason Show staff. Ted's playing Hollywood Squares or Brady Bunch there. I'm getting some help. Wrong way, Ted. Look the other direction.
There you go.
There we go, Ted.
There you go.
Nobody's below you, Ted.
Nobody.
Getting some help today. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Kendall,
Hello.
producer Ted, and our boss, executive producer Jeff, all joining me and sharing their recommendations on their best thing ever streaming edition. Good morning, stars.
Good morning, Jason.
Oh, I felt like Charlie's Angels. Good morning, Jason.
I know, and Jeff hasn't said it. Good morning, Jeff.
I said good morning.
Oh, you can't hear him.
Oh, no. Did we not connect the mic to our executive producer?
I can hear him.
I
can. You don't have an
It's
earpiece
working.
in.
Leo told me it's working.
Is he, Ted? Is he not on?
I can hear him.
I can hear him. Are you not wearing an IFB, Jason?
Oh, I don't know. Anyway.
He said good morning.
Yeah, good
Yes,
morning.
he says good morning.
Oh,
I'm up first.
Is it your first day, Jason?
This is hysterical.
He's making fun
I
of
can't
you
hear him.
currently.
I know
great.
why. Anyway, my pick is a new docuseries on Netflix about what many consider to be the first catfishing scandal. It involved a college football player and a story that went viral. Look at this.
Manti Te'o had an absolutely astounding senior year. His grandmother and girlfriend, Lene Kekua, had died the same night. He dedicated his season to them. It was an amazing story.
I mean, they were with me, you know. I miss them.
One problem, his girlfriend did not exist.
I don't think anyone can appreciate how big a story it became. This was a very sophisticated hoax perpetrated for reasons we can't understand.
At this point, I'm at the Heisman ceremony. I don't know what to think, and I can't tell anybody what's going on. He'll never...
That is a clip from Untold, the girlfriend who didn't exist. Now, it follows the story that all of you are going, oh yeah, I forgot about that, involving Notre Dame football star Manti Te'o from 2012. This was recommended to me. I gotta give credit, you know. Jeff recommended it to me, and then Addie, our social media maven, recommended it to me. And the minute you start watching it, you forget, or I'm sorry, you remember what a large story this was. And you also remember kind of the life before catfishing. We really he didn't know what catfishing was. So I'm not going to give everything away, but you do meet the person that is responsible for all of this. And you've met them before. They were interviewed on Dr. Phil. And have given other interviews, but this is much different, and you will see why. I'm recommending this for several reasons. First, it's interesting, it's fascinating, but also for me, it gave me a better perspective of what it was like for Manti going through this. And he was the victim of memes and jokes and, ESPN anchors ridiculing him. And I got to tell you, for me, you may disagree, but I got to the end of this and I thought two things. First, I can see how a young man who, not sheltered is, I don't like that word, but grew up not exposed to a lot of this, you know what I mean, the culture. I can understand how he would be a little naive in the ways of this. Mm-hmm. Also, I walked away feeling horrible for him. My empathy for him grew. I mean, this guy was on the cusp of joining the NFL, and because of this scandal, and NFL's the team's reluctance to get involved with him. He was supposed to be a first-round draft pick, and he was second. He was in the second round. And I also learned what all of that means in this documentary.
I was so impressed.
I never knew what that meant.
Millions of dollars.
Yeah, it's the difference. Thank you. It was the difference between millions of dollars. Jeff, I want to come to you. You watched this. What was your takeaway?
Two things. One, that you and I had talked about. The media all told the exact same story without doing their research. Like, I was shocked by that. Like, every single newspaper, everything, except for one website, finally investigated it.
Yeah.
And then also, I don't feel as sorry for Manti Te'o because I think he went along with it a little too much for me. I feel like he could have told the truth a little more when it was happening.
I get what you're saying, and there's one scene in particular where he was getting ready to be interviewed by an ESPN reporter, and he had to make a decision about, he had gotten a phone call from the alleged girlfriend after it was reported that she had died.
She wasn't dead.
She wasn't dead. And then she calls him. And then he's interviewed. Jeff, wasn't it the Heisman press conference?
The Heisman Trophy presentation, yeah.
But I got to tell you, I do sympathize because you got to make a judgment call. This poor guy is mentally going through, oh my goodness, my dead girlfriend is not really dead. Do I say it to this ESPN reporter? Is it going to jeopardize my... I can see why he did it. I'm not excusing it, but I can see why he chose what he chose in the moment.
Well, he was only like, what, 22 at the time?
Yeah.
21, 22.
And he was just the biggest thing ever. Ted, have you watched this?
No, but I had heard about this story, and he was the butt of jokes. You come out like, this was before the catfishing thing, so it's like, you can't wrap your head around how have you not met this girl? And so I could see how he wouldn't come out because he was embarrassed because he would have to admit, okay, I've never actually met this person before.
Absolutely. It's called Untold, The Girlfriend Who Didn't Exist. It's on Netflix right now. It's 2 episodes, each are an hour. That is my best thing ever. When we come back, Ted, Kendall, and Jeff will reveal what they think you should be streaming when we return. Back after this.
Let's make it a good day. We do it our own way. Let's make it a good day. Oh, no matter what they say. Oh, yeah, yeah.
And welcome back, everyone. It's our Jason Show Staff Extravaganza Best Thing Ever Streaming Edition. It's the longest title ever. Okay, so I told you mine. We're now going to go to America's favorite daytime talk show host, producer in the Midwest, Ted Johnson. Ted?
Thank you. Well, you mentioned a couple days ago that you were a big fan of Fun Boy Island.
Yes, I am, on HBO.
I have the next show that you're going to absolutely love, and it's called Love Island.
Oh.
Ted, enough.
Oh, you lost your poll numbers are going down, Ted.
This show, the hottest show on Peacock right now.
Well,
that's like saying you're the tallest munchkin in Munchkin Land. That's not.
So that guy right there, he's a Minneapolis guy. But yeah, so this is a show, reality show. It's actually going on right now. So it's in real time. You can kind of vote along with them. And the best part is, it's like 6 nights a week.
Oh.
So I was on vacation for 2 weeks, and so I come back and I'm like binging this thing, and I'm still 12 days behind. I can't catch up.
No words.
And if I haven't sold you yet.
You haven't. Audience, right? He hasn't sold us yet.
If I haven't sold you yet, I have a clip that, here's what happens. So you might wonder, well, what do they do on Love Island? Well, they play a lot of games, and a lot of those games involve truth or dare, mostly dares.
Yeah.
And take a look.
Truth or dare?
Dare.
Choose 2 islanders to do a 3-way kiss.
You got it. With the Brodies.
Truth or dare, Courtney?
Let's do a dare.
Out of the 2 guys that just showed up,
Yes.
kiss who you most interested in.
I knew it.
I knew it.
I knew it.
Did you know it?
We all did.
Really?
Oh, wow. He's a really good kisser. I'm like an Italian stallion right there.
Ted, I think the audience and I think when you said what they do a lot on Love Island, I think you meant to said spread herpes. I think that's what you meant to say.
And get bad tattoos.
That's right, and get bad tattoos that you will regret later in life.
They like to say, who are you vibing with?
Vibing. Yeah.
Who are you vibing with?
Okay.
And some other things.
Ted, can I speak for the audience real quick?
Sure.
Do you legitimately like this show, or are you just trying to entertain America?
The only person who likes this show more than me is Mrs. Ted.
Oh.
You guys watch together?
Mrs. Ted is a respectable woman. What?
I can't watch it without her. She has nightmares that I've watched it without her.
All I have to say is, what have you done to her? What have you done to her?
Let her out of the house.
Ted, let her out of the house. Oh, God, I love it. Oh, Mrs. Ted, if you're watching, call me.
We'll come get you.
Kendall and I have real shows. I love her so much. Now I'm scared. Okay, we're not done yet. Jeff and Kendall when we return. Back in a moment, everyone. She's so sweet. Oh, I'm sorry. I was texting Mrs. Ted. I was getting
Send help.
said just say pineapple if you want us to come over. There we go. Giving her a word there. Welcome back. The Jason Show staff is helping you find something to watch today. We're calling it Best Thing Ever Streaming Edition. And my buddy Kendall Marcus next. Kendall, take it away. What's your pick?
Well, mine's on Netflix. It's called Persuasion. You might have seen it. I think it's been in the top 10 for a while now on movies that you can watch on Netflix. And if you're a Dakota Johnson fan, unlike some people in the box like me, you will like it. Check this out.
I almost got married once. There were no two souls more in rhythm than Wentworth and I. And I was persuaded by my family to give him up. My father.
Exquisite jawline.
He's never met a reflective surface he didn't like. And my sisters.
I'm just too kind, Anne. That's my problem. I give all of my attention to others and then I suffer for it.
Where are your children?
How should I know?
I would have been a far happier woman in keeping him than I have been in giving him up.
Okay, so it's based off a Jane Austen novel, and you might get that from the fact that it's very much a period piece. But the music is fantastic. I love the costuming and the set. It's kind of funny, as you can see. It's not as serious like you would think maybe a period piece would be. She talks to the camera a lot, so she breaks that, what is it, the third wall? Fourth wall. Whatever wall that is, she breaks it. And I just really liked it. It's about an hour and 45 minutes of good TV if you're kind of into just wanting to watch a movie and you like period pieces like that.
Is Ted awake still? Ted, are you there? Ted, are you doing okay?
Ted!
I'm awake.
I love that we go from Jane Austen or from Love Island to Jane Austen.
Yeah, that's right. Girl? Only on this show would we go from Herpy Island to Jane Austen. That's right. Only here. That's right.
It's really good. If you liked Pride and Prejudice, it's not exactly like that. That was really popular a few years ago. That's a little more serious, but it still has that same feeling.
Also, another connection, maybe if you're a fan of Bridgerton, you might like this.
Yeah, or Bridgerton, or Henry Golding's in it. Oh,
Ooh, love him.
Yeah. Jeff, is this now, what do you think of this one, Jeff?
I might watch it. I'm not the biggest Dakota Johnson fan.
I'm not. Okay, Jeff and I, this row of squares, we are not big Dakota Johnson fans.
Why?
I think she's a millennial thing.
Yeah, it's a millennial, and also, I think it's just like that monotone. It's like, and I like Kristen Stewart now, but it's that monotone delivery. I feel like it's like a
Do
little...
not compare Kristen Stewart to Dakota Johnson.
I'm saying Dakota Johnson's delivery. It's like,
I like her mother. Does that count?
I love her mom.
She's not like that at all in this movie.
Okay, good.
There was a character from Love Island who was kind of like...
Stop it, Ted. Stop it.
Rude.
Last but certainly not least, our executive producer, our dear leader, Jeff, is bringing up the rear there. What's your
All right.
year?
Mine is another true series on Netflix. My best thing ever, it's a new documentary series called Trainwreck Woodstock 99. Now, if you don't remember, it looks back at the music festival from 1999. It turned into just craziness. Watch.
When you see it with your own eyes, it's just 10 times more shocking.
Once you become part of a herd, you become like animals.
Things are just getting out of control.
And all of these people were acting like animals.
We got fires everywhere. Look at this.
Kerosene, match,
Okay, so the festival is supposed to be a celebration of peace, love, and music, 30 years after the original one. But it ended with fires, riots, destruction. So there were 250,000 people at this event. But it was at an abandoned Air Force base. So there was no shade. There was nowhere to camp. It was all cement. Like, the planning of this was crazy. They had no security. It was just nuts. And the bands were like encouraging violence. Like, what's the guy? Fred Durst. Limp Bizkit. They had a song called Break Stuff. So they were encouraging people to break stuff.
Great song.
Here's my favorite part of it, though. The final night, Red Hot Chili Peppers are there. They hand out 100,000 candles with lighters.
Oh God.
To remember victims of violence. And that's what started the fires around the whole place. Everyone was so mad because it was so hot. Water was $4 a bottle in 1999. These are kids. They don't have $4 for water. So they light all the plywood on fire, and it turned into an inferno.
Oh my
They had to
goodness.
evacuate the MTV crew. Like, I remember watching this on MTV.
I do too.
It was nuts.
Carson Daly just spoke about this, didn't he, Jeff?
He did. Now, look, what you're seeing now, HBO did a documentary as well. I must say the HBO one is a little better.
Okay.
It has more personal stories. Like, you hear from people that were on the ground, like what happened to them. Theirs is called Woodstock 99, Peace, Love, and Rage. The one on Netflix is good as well, but it has more stories of the failures of the organizers.
Well, just think of the toxic brew, Jeff. You got heat. You have drunk people. You have people angry. You have anger.
They were angry at the MTV generation because they said MTV wasn't representing them.
Yeah.
Because in '99, MTV was like boy bands, Britney.
Yep.
It was not Woodstock. So
oh my goodness.
It's fantastic. 3 episodes. They're about less than an hour, but it's a great show.
And wasn't the security force called like the Peace Patrol or something?
They didn't even have security. And they wanted to just watch the music. So they just signed up to get free tickets.
Oh my God.
And there's a part about the wastewater and the porta potties that I won't get into on morning TV.
Yeah.
But it's nuts.
Oh. Well, I really mean this. No matter what you're looking for, other than Ted's stuff, you have some good offerings here. Yeah. Give it up for Kendall, producer Ted, and executive producer Jeff. We'll be right back right after this. Stay with us, friends. Welcome back to Love Island. It's time for the world's shortest segment.
God, no.
Absolutely not. Today is our last day in our studio until our new season starts in September. Starting tomorrow, our show will be packing up. We got Eric's unmarked black van, and we're all getting in it, and we're going to be live at the Minnesota State Fair. We'll be broadcasting live every weekday. Every weekday. We ain't there on the weekends.
No.
Mem ain't that mean yet. At 10, we're live at 10 a.m. from the Fox 9 booth. You see the map right there. It's near the giant slide across from the grandstand in Carousel Park. Now, again, I can't say this enough. Spread this around. You do not need separate tickets to see our show. Just come with a smile and join us. For live guests, laughs, and more, Stephanie Hansen actually will be our special guest tomorrow. So we'll see you tomorrow for day one. We'll be right back to wrap things up today, though, right after this. Welcome back. Our sorry. I really didn't mean to block you. Our JVIP winner. Let's give it up for Gene one more time. Can't wait to give me those passwords, Gene. Can't wait to give me those passwords.
Gene?
No passwords for you. Tomorrow on the show, like I said, we're live for day 1 of the Minnesota State Fair. Hanson is trying and ranking the new State Fair foods. Plus, the Traveler joins us with flight deals. Right now, that's going to do it for us. Go out there and be yourself because nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong. Have a good day, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow for the fair.